Hey guys, this is Thursday, May 12th, and tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So I want to share a story. I'm wondering if you're a horror fan. Are you a horror movie fan? Are you a fan of Friday the 13th movies? Whether you are or not, I think that you will enjoy the story. It's a true story. It's not a scary story. It's actually a non-scary story. It's a non-violent story. There's no trigger warning in this video. Um, but this is a story that I find near and dear to my heart because it has to do with how God works. And I think that believers and atheists and agnostics and all kinds of people can enjoy this story because it's a true story. It's a human story. It has to do with how one of the lead actresses in the original Friday the 13th got cast in her role. So back in 1979, Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham decided to make a horror movie, a slasher movie, to, in a sense, rip off John Carpenter's Halloween. And so they began writing the script and formulating their ideas for a slasher movie called Friday the 13th. And so in the movie, an actress named Betsy Palmer plays a very important role. So who is Betsy Palmer? Well, Betsy Palmer was a very famous actress in the 1950s and 60s, and perhaps even before that. She was prolific in movies and stage, Broadway. She was a very well-liked and well-respected actress. Her reputation was very good, very positive. She was kind of the Martha Stewart of actresses back in those days. Just a very reliable, dependable, good, decent, wholesome actress. Well, in 1979, she was working on Broadway. And one day her car broke down. And so she spoke out loud and said, "I need a new car." That's all she said. Now, you can call that a prayer. You can call that talking to the universe. She did not use the word God in describing the story, but to me, this is a God story. So she needed a new car, and she said out loud, "I need a new car." And so later on that week, she got a call from her agent, and her agent said, "How would you like to be in a movie?" And Betsy said, "Yes, I would love to. I haven't been in a movie for a long time, and so yeah, I want to be in the movie." And I gotta back up. After her car broke down, she went down to a used car lot and a car dealership, and she found the car that she wanted. Wasn't too expensive, $10,000. Back in 1979, that was more than it is now, but still not a whole lot of money. So she picked out the car she wanted, $10,000. However, she didn't have just $10,000 to spend on this car. So back to my story, when her agent called and said, "How would you like to be in a movie?" There's a movie role that they're asking for you to be in this movie role. She said, "Sounds good." And the agent said, "It's $1,000 a day for 10 days work." That's $10,000. And she said, "Great," because she absolutely needed the $10,000 to buy this car with. The agent then said, well, there is one catch. And she said, what is that? And he said, it's a horror movie. And Betsy was like, oh, no, no. Oh, no. She said, it's bad enough that I've been on this game show for a long time. And now a horror movie, I don't know. I don't think so. But she thought about it, and she thought about how much she needed that $10,000. And we've all done work just for money, you know. Some of us live to work. Some of us work to live. And she said, well, I'll tell you what, just send me the script. Mail to me the script. So the agent mailed the script to Betsy Palmer, and she read the script for the original Friday the 13th. And she said to herself, what a piece of junk. Although that wasn't her word. She said, this is a terrible movie. This movie will come and go, and nobody will care about this movie. Nobody will see this movie. So she agreed to be in the movie. And not only was she in the movie, she was actually the killer. She was the slasher. She was the villain. She was the bad guy. She was the slasher in this movie. She was the Michael Myers, the boogeyman of Friday the 13th. So she went, and she was a professional, and she did the movie, and she got her $10,000, and she thought that nobody would see this piece of junk, although junk is not the word she used. And she got her car. She got her car, and she got more than that, because she found out that Friday the 13th opened the door for a whole new generation of young fans to get to know who she is. Just like Donald Pleasance was introduced to a whole new generation by being in the Halloween movies, Betsy Palmer was introduced to a whole new generation of fans. And of course, there were so many Friday the 13th sequels and remake and all these movies. And there are horror conventions and movie conventions. And she has met so many fans. She passed away by now, unfortunately. But for many years in the 1990s and the 2000s, she attended movie conventions, horror movie conventions. She met fans, and she really came to appreciate the movie. She changed her mentality about the movie, and she really appreciated how Friday the 13th, this little small budget independent movie, opened the door for her to meet so many fans and be introduced to a whole new generation of moviegoers. And so when she told that story, she never used the word God. But you know, to me, when she said, I need a new car, whether she called that prayer or not, to me, she was talking to God, and God provided. And the Bible does say, my God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ever ask or imagine. And Betsy Palmer got more than she asked or imagined by playing Mrs. Voorhees, Jason Voorhees' mother, in Friday the 13th. So ask and you shall receive. Put your message out there, put your vibe, put your prayer out there, and see what comes back to you. Because whether you call him God or the universe, what you put out there comes back to you. Give, and it shall be given to you. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Judge not, and you will not be judged. All those verses from Jesus Christ, from Jesus, tell us that what you put out there comes back to you. And I learned that even from the story of Betsy Palmer being cast as the malevolent Mrs. Voorhees in the original Friday the 13th. So enjoy today and enjoy Friday the 13th. And just know that no matter who you are, where you are, no matter what you call God or don't call God, God is still on your side. And if you put your words, your prayer out there, you never know what will come into your life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Take care. I'll see you next time.